All growing up, I went to public school, and don't get me wrong, I loved it. But as I got into middle school, I saw my mom start homeschooling my younger brothers and sisters, and I noticed that they were able to go on more field trips, and they had more time to do other things. Recently, I have noticed that more people are homeschooling their children. The Department of Education's National Center for Education Statistics has shown that homeschooling has increased. The number of students being homeschooled increased from 850,000 in 1998 to more than 3 million by 2009. That really is a big jump. I conducted a survey of about 217 people and asked them how likely they were to homeschool their children on a scale from 1 to 5, 1 being not very likely and 5 being very likely. And it was kind of shocking to me that over 55% stated that they are very likely to homeschool their children. And there are many reasons for this. This could be that they want to be able to spend more time with their children, or they're not happy with the education system and what's being taught, or that their child has a learning deficit. But I don't want to focus on the reasons why. I want to talk about what are the reasons that people don't homeschool. As I conducted my research and my survey, I found that one of the main reasons that people don't feel like they want to homeschool is because they don't have a degree and they don't feel like they can provide the education that their child needs. This is based on the misunderstanding that parents are the sole instructor for their child when they are homeschooling. In 2016, a study was done by Dan Carpenter and Courtney Gann, researching the role of parents, the role that parents play in homeschooling. And then they noticed that the role was more of a facilitating role, as there's online classes and private tutors, that the parents were there just to make sure their child stayed on track and to help facilitate a discussion. There's also resources in your community of tutors if needed, as well as group homeschooling. So in this case, most of the time, the parent's education level did not play a role in the academic success of their child. In my survey, another reason I found why people did not want to homeschool their children is because the stereotype that their kids will be weird, that they won't get the social interactions that they would if they were be able to go to public school. But this is not true. Michael Rosowski from the University of Qatar, he said that the average homeschool students are involved in 5.2 activities in the home, with 98% averaging from 1 to 2 activities. That's a lot of activities. That is social interaction that these kids can be having. There are many social activities in the community that your children can be involved in. For example, sports and dance and art classes, the 4-H program, and other volunteer activities. There are countless opportunities for kids to be able to interact and receive that social atmosphere that is also provided in public school. As well as, your kids are going to be able to do this more on a personal level. You'll be able to take your kids out to interact with adults in the grocery stores, or take them on a field trip to places where they can interact with people. There are many ways that your child can still be able to have those social interactions, as well as the group homeschooling. You can also join with other families and those around you to homeschool your children, where they'll be able to grow lifelong friendships as well. I will not tell you that you have to homeschool your child, but I will tell you that there are many positive aspects of homeschooling your child. Take a look at your lifestyle. See if you will be able to homeschool your child. Weigh the pros and the cons of homeschooling your children now or in the future. There are many resources that you can turn to if you don't feel qualified, as well as to give your child the social interaction that they need.